Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of April 5th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Aquarius collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Aquarius not see coming for the week of April 5th, 2026? What do they not see coming? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Wants you back. At the bottom of the deck, you have rejected. Okay, why is wants you back something that Aquarius does not see coming this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is wants you back something that you don't see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy for the week, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Page of Swords, and we have Temperance. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with, the World, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, Judgment. They want you back. Sun card. Okay. Knight of Wands. Why are you in the Knight of Wands? Why are you in the Knight of Wands? One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Wands, clarified by Seven of Cups, Five of Wands, and the Magician. Page of Swords. Why is the Page of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Swords, clarified by Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Tower. Oh, no. Temperance. Why is Temperance here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Hanged Man, the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Eight of Swords. Before I even get into this person's energy, this is what I have going on in your energy. There was confusion between you and another person. You had some confusion. There have been disagreements. There have been setbacks in this connection. And as a result, you have begun manifesting something else. So let's put this in a very simple context. You're at work. You're at odds with your boss all the time. You're tired of the conflict. You're confused. Do I stay? Do I go? And suddenly you are now feeling a lot better, a lot more carefree, because you are manifesting a new job. And you're putting the effort in that Knight of Wands. So you're getting your applications, you're getting your resumes out there. You're manifesting another job because you're tired of staying at this job where they leave you confused or there's a lot of chaos and conflict. And now suddenly this boss, which you were this close to walking away from, is, communicating with you this week that, I don't think I've told you enough just what a fantastic employee you are. And now you're sitting here like, shit. I previously felt rejected by you, so I started moving in another direction. And now I don't know, in that Temperance to the Hangman energy, if I want to stay at this job because I have other suitors out there. I have other employers. I don't think you're saying that to them, but that's what you're internalizing here. The Queen of Swords is like, shit, I already processed the loss. For me, queens exist in the present because they process the past. So you're like, based upon the past experience with this person, I've decided to move in another direction. And now suddenly they want to come back in again. World, Ten of Swords. This was over and done with. Now they're making the judgment call. They want to heal the connection with you. And you seem to be in the Eight of Swords when it comes to the Two of Cups. Oh my God. Two of Swords and the Three of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords. Like, I don't know if I want to collaborate with this person. So let's put in context of a group. Let's say you work within a group, community group, church group, political group. You're a volunteer. Maybe you get paid there. I don't know. And you're at odds. And you decide, you know what? I can't work with this one person, but there's other people here that I can work with. And I can achieve the objective or get my goals done, but I'm just not going to include this person anymore. And now suddenly you start collaborating with other people, and now they want in again. Now they want to work with you again. Now they want you back at the table. For some of you, this is a romantic partner. You felt rejected by them. Maybe they chose someone else. Maybe they didn't. At some point in time, they left you confused. There were arguments. There were disagreements. And you, whether you consciously knew it or not, you started manifesting a way out of the connection, possibly even manifesting a new person. And now you receive a communication from this ex or soon to be ex that they want happily ever after with you after all. And you're like, shit, I was this far away from either connecting with another person, or maybe you already have. There's something like that here, player. I was this far away, this step away, this close from leaving them altogether. So Temperance is Sagittarius energy, fire energy. You're slowing it down because in the Hangman energy, it's like, now what do I do? Whoever this person is, the corporation, the boss, the customer, the vendor. Oh man, I feel like for most of you, it's a love partner, but you take it how it resonates to you. Could even be a friend, family member, a lover. After this ending, they now want you back. Let's get into their energy a bit. They don't have to be a water sign, and they don't have to be a feminine energy. Truth be told, we all have masculine and feminine energy, but this seems to be an outpouring of emotion or an expression, a desire here to want to reconnect. That Judgment to the Sun card is, I know that I once upon a time rejected you, or maybe made you feel like I didn't want you, but I do want this. I do want to heal this. What else is this person saying to Aquarius this week? What else are they saying? One more shuffle. Thank you. Six of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Swords, bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. I don't know if you still want this. I don't know if you still want to work with me. I don't know if you still want to work for me. I don't know if you still want to be in this friendship or have this familial connection. I don't know if you still want to be in this romantic partnership, but I do. I do. I don't know if you, I need to know if you want the same thing that I want for us. Anything else this person is saying to Aquarius? One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. I don't want to let go of you. I don't want you to quit. I want us to work at this. I want us to restore happiness again. I want us to like one another again. I want us to be able to tolerate one another again at work, or more than tolerate one another at work, if this is someone that you work with or work for. Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Page of Pentacles. There's that Seven of Swords. So there could be something here like, I know I sabotaged this. I didn't show up the right way. I didn't love you the right way. I didn't give you the bonus to raise, when you deserved it. Like, I don't know who this person is to you, but there's a little ownership here that they see where they fell short of their connection with you. And there's a desire now to connect with you. Let's see what you may potentially do about it in that Queen of Swords. Because your feeling here with the Tower was like, I was not expecting that. Let's clarify that Tower first. Can we clarify the Tower? One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Pentacles. They want to do this all over again with you. And I feel like you have already disengaged. Like, this has been a long time coming for you, in the sense that you have either already moved on from them or started collaborating with someone else. Maybe you got involved with someone else if this is a romantic partnership. But some time ago, you packed your emotional bags, and that Ten of Wands, this person has all their bags packed, and they left. So for some of you, you physically left. For others of you, you energetically left. Like, even if you're living in the same house with them, you don't feel the same for them anymore. Emotionally, you have disconnected. You've been nurturing yourself and possibly working with someone else, collaborating with someone else, or dating someone else. Someone that you seem to feel is more nurturing or more compassionate in that Queen of Pentacles energy. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what you will most likely do here. Don't allow tarot to dictate what you do, but let's just see, and then we'll get you some advice. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Chariot. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles, Strength card, and King of Pentacles. I think you're going to hold yourself back. You're definitely reminiscing about when the two of you got along and collaborated, and all the time that you invested maybe what you built together, if this is a romantic partnership or a family member. There are a lot of emotions here that you're exploring, and they're coming at you fast this week. Prepare yourself for that. There's a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of thinking back when times were good, or we were successful, or we were building a life together, or we were raising the kids. There's a lot coming at you in terms of nostalgia, a lot of feelings coming up to the surface, maybe even memories that you forgot. You haven't thought about them in that Seven of Pentacles in a while because you have already moved on. Even if you're still existing in the same space with whomever this is. After that World card to the Ten of Swords happened, you energetically and emotionally moved on, my love. So I would expect these emotions are going to come to the surface. You're going to remember, oh yeah, we did this, we went that. Oh, I remember when it was the Christmas party at work. God, we had so much fun that year together. And, you know, you took that family trip that you forgot about. Now you're going to remember. Three of Pentacles, though, strength to the King of Pentacles tells me you're going to hold back, though. You're going to hold back from collaborating with this person, and you're going to give yourself the time to figure out if you want to restore the connection. Don't allow Tower to tell you what to do. I just see what's here. But this is a heads up for you. A lot of memories, nostalgia, and emotions will be coming up this week. Let's get you some advice. I'm going to get you 2 sets. First set, how to deal with this person when they hit you with this tower. Communication tower, if you will, and then how to deal with all of those emotions that will be coming back up to the surface. What is behind rejected? Fake. Yeah, at some point in time, you did not feel they were genuine, or that their feelings were genuine, or that they were genuinely invested in you. You felt rejected or abandoned. I think a lot of you looked elsewhere. Okay. 3 cards of advice, how to deal with this person. How can Aquarius deal with this person? If I'm an Aquarius rising, I don't believe in, a million years that this would happen. But this would be like my ex-husband coming back and saying, since we separated and divorced, I realize I love you, or something like that, And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm in a 6-year relationship. And I might have a lot of emotions over that, but it's like you're 6 years too late. So, and I would not go back, but for you, you're not a no. You're like, I really got to go within and think about this, because I think at some point in time, you were manifesting a healthy connection with this person. It's when they stopped giving, when they stopped nurturing the connection, you started looking elsewhere. Like I said, another job, another group of people to work with, work for, or maybe even another love partner. Let's get you 3 cards of advice, how to deal with this person when they hit you with the tower this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. I will say, if you're in a relationship already, like you live with this person, sometimes a Queen of Cups in the personal readings I've done, and I have no indication of this in terms of tarot, it just came to me. This might be this person saying through therapy or counseling, like family therapy, couples counseling. Sometimes the Queen and King of Cups come up as counselors. Sometimes. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is an ex, like an ex-lover. They may suggest that. How can you deal with them this week? Oh, Justice is in the reverse. Chariot and the 4 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups. Wow. Okay, that's different. That's calling them out. That's calling them out on their dishonesty or their lack of accountability, or how unfair the connection has been to you, and that you've moved on, whether it was energetically or you plan to move on. That 4 of Pentacles says you need to be in control of your emotions. Don't allow nostalgia to sway you here. And don't allow this person to keep you stuck, because you already had 1 foot out the door. For some of you, both. There's something about telling this person, yeah, it was really unfair. You were fake, or you didn't treat me well, or we argued a lot, or you never chose me. Maybe you had other options. You rejected me. I felt rejected by you. You don't get to come back around now after I've moved on, or I've made plans to move on from you. You don't get to come back and keep me stuck. 2 of Cups, Lovers in the Tower. There you go. Within the next 8 days, I would expect this communication. You don't get to come back. Now, I highly doubt in a million years, like I said, it's my ex-husband, but it could be an ex-friend. I have an ex-friend that I've known for many, many years, and we have separated. And I could see them reaching out to me this week. I've been feeling it. that it's coming. The phone call is coming. And that would be basically the advice. I would take that advice if that happened in the next 8 days for me. The way you treated me was unfair. I was a good friend to you, and you've really betrayed me. And I've moved on. I've made other friends. I have other connections. I have no interest in going back to the past. So just, again, that's advice. You do what you want. Let's get you 3 cards of advice to how to deal with all of the emotions, the nostalgia that will be coming up to the surface. 3 cards of advice here for how Aquarius can deal with these emotions. How can they handle them or heal through them, manage them? One more shuffle. Thank you. 9 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. 2 cards came out. Wow, Magician to the 9 of Cups. You can think about it for a little bit. Page of Pentacles, you can dedicate some time. Set a timer if you have to. Make tangible time to process it. Otherwise, they're just going to keep working overtime. So you can say, I'm going to set a timer for 10, 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to think back. Yep, we had great memories. We went on vacation. Yep, I remember that birthday party. I remember the Christmas party. But then get back to what you're manifesting. Because what you're manifesting is comfort, happiness, satisfaction, your dreams and wishes being fulfilled. And that was something that this person wasn't giving you, regardless of who they are. 3 of Wands, Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Get back to that. That person or that plan, that boss. 8 of Pentacles. Get back to the new. Don't allow this person to drag you back to the past. That is only advice. You do what you want. That is what I have for you, my fellow Aquarians. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, good luck with this. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.